Imagine you wake up with a to-do list as long as your arm. You tell yourself, today I'm going to be super productive. You sit down to work and a few hours later, you are exhausted, distracted and barely got anything done. Sound familiar? You are not alone. Most of us think being productive means working harder, longer hours and cramming more into our day. But that actually leads to burnout. Today, I will share science-backed strategies to help you get more done while feeling less tired. These tips helped me and I guarantee you this will work for you too. By the end of this video, you will know how to work with your brain, not against it. So you will stay energized, focused and productive all the day. At first, we need to know why do people struggle with productivity. There's a common myth, working harder to get productive. But that just leads to exhaustion, not result. Here are some common mistakes people make. Trying to work non-stop without break, ignoring energy levels and forcing productivity at the wrong time, overloading to-do lists, making them feel overwhelmed even before starting. Let's say you have a video editing project due. You sit down in the morning, determined to finish it in one go. You start cutting clips, adjusting audio, adding effects, but after a few hours, your brain feels tired. Your timeline looks messy. You are second-guessing every edit, and instead of making progress, you open your YouTube or TikTok just to take a quick break, which turns into 30 minutes of scrolling. Now you feel guilty and even more drained. This happens because you are working against your brain's natural energy cycles. Instead of forcing yourself to edit for non-stop hours, you need to work in focused sessions and take strategic breaks to stay sharp and creative. What's the solution? Work smarter, not harder. You have probably heard this phrase before, but how do you actually do it? Here are 5 practical tips that have helped me stay focused and productive without feeling exhausted. Tip number 1. Work with your energy, not against it. Have you ever noticed that some hours of the day you feel super focused and other times you just want to nap? That's your ultradian rhythm at work. Instead of fighting it, use it to your advantage. Schedule your hardest task when you naturally have the more energy. For most people, peak productivity happens from morning to midday, but everyone is different, so you need to find what works for you. For example, I have noticed that my brain truly starts working about 4 hours after waking up, so I use that time for my morning routine: movement, breakfast, shower and getting ready. Then during my peak productive hours, I focus on deep work like creative tasks or problem solving. I save admin tasks like email, organizing and calls when my energy dips. So what's the action? The action is track your energy level for a week and adjust your work schedule accordingly. Tip number 2. Use the 90-15 rule. Work smarter, not longer. Work in 90 minutes focus blocks. Then take a 15 minutes break. This matches your brain's natural focus cycle. I saw this in my own life when I worked as a trainer at an IP training institute. I had to take back-to-back classes for 6 hours straight. After 2 hours, I was completely drained, physically and mentally. My energy dropped and I struggled to keep up. So I started finishing classes 10 minutes early and taking a 15 minutes break. Whether it was a tea break or getting some fresh air, it completely recharged me. I felt fresh, energized and ready to tackle the next session. And the same goes for my freelancing work. If I work for 5 hours straight, I get exhausted. My focus dips and my brain just shut down. But when I take 15 minutes break on every 90 minutes, I get new ideas, better focus and a smoother workflow. So the action step is set a timer for 19 minutes of deep work followed by a 15 minutes of recharge. Tip number 3. The 3 most important tasks rule. Avoid overwhelm. Have you ever made a to-do list with 20 things on it and then you felt so overwhelmed that you did none of them? Yeah, same. That's why focusing on just 3 key tasks per day makes a huge difference. You build momentum without stress. Here's how it works. 1 big task that should be deep work, hardest but most important. 1 medium task, necessary but easier. 1 quick win, that is something easy to create momentum. Instead of wasting time deciding what to do, you have a clear plan every morning. The action is write down your 3 most important tasks the night before. Tip number 4. batch similar tasks together. Stop multitasking. Multitasking kills focus. Instead, batch similar tasks together. Think about content creators. Many batch film their videos. One day for scripting, another day for filming, and another day for editing. It's way more efficient than switching between tasks constantly. Let's say you are editing a video for a client, but every 10 minutes you stop to check Instagram DMs, then answer an email, then get back to editing. That's mental chaos. Instead, batch similar tasks together. For example, Monday, source all footage, brainstorm ideas, and organize materials. Tuesday for editing the video. Wednesday for review, finalize, and submit. Action step is pick one day to batch similar tasks and see how much smoother your workflow becomes. Tip number 5. Protect your energy. Use active recovery breaks. Instead of mindlessly scrolling social media during your breaks, try active recovery like stretching, walking, or deep breathing. If you are in a place where moving your body isn't possible, try curating your social media feed to be inspiring. Instead of endless scrolling, watch vlogs or listen to any podcast that motivates you and aligns with your goals. The action step is replace one social media break with movements and create a social media algorithm that inspires you. So, there you have it. My top 5 tips for staying productive without feeling exhausted. Which tip are you going to try first? Let me know in the comments. If you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more productivity tips. I will see you in the next video. Bye.